Hello everyone, my name is Daniel and I'm just a casual sim racer, and we're back in Assetto Corsa, but this time this mod isn't available. This is an early preview, an early access look at a mod we are developing in collaboration with F3 Classic Tracks. And by what I mean by we are developing, Historic Sim Studios, you know, the company that the managing owner for and I do a lot of the physics work for, we're developing this car in collaboration with Sergio Loro for release. You can see there's the two other Formula Junior cars that he has released I've got in the field here, so you can download those. I got links in the video description, go check those out. Great cars, great historic cars. And so now we're working on this Alexis HF60 Formula Junior car, and it's version 0.92. That's what we have it numbered internally right now. And yeah, it's a really great car. I've been working on it a lot last weekend to dial in the force feedback and things like that, because these cars, they're light, but you don't want the force feedback. You know, you want to be able to feel the details and things like that. So there's always a balance. You can't just boost the force feedback, because then you'll end up kind of being all over the place sometimes, spiky. So working hard to get things dialed in, getting good realistic suspension. The front is a double wishbone. The rear is a McPherson strut. You can see it off or passing one of our fellow Alexis Formula Juniors there. That just chose to do a 4-lap race here and around the Punta Fria circuit, which is a Uruguayan track, part of Sergio Loro's Uruguay track pack, which includes quite a few different tracks, maybe 5 or 6 different tracks, all really high quality. Definitely a great pack to purchase, and it pairs so well. They're like so perfect for these Formula Junior cars. And you know, we're not just working on this one. We've got a couple others in the pipeline we're collaborating with F3 Classic Tracks on, so there's more coming. And so I think this could be a really great, you know, league option, obviously, but you know, even more so perhaps just for personal enjoyment as well. So it's going to be really a lot of fun. This car, the sound isn't quite final on it. That's one thing I want to point out, but it is accurate. It's recordings from the BMC-8 engine. We weren't able to record from the actual Formula Junior car, but we were able to find a car with an actual BMC engine and capture some audio recordings of that. And it's not quite polished, and there's a weird rev change. Kind of the tune's not exactly where we want. So we're going to work on getting that as close as we can and as nice and smooth sounding, because it's not just this car, but also, you know, other Formula Junior cars that use the same engine. And speaking of sound, actually, we collaborated and worked on getting the sound updates for the midder and the micer, the previous Formula Junior cars. And so, you know, adding the 2-stroke DMK, I think that's what it's called, engine to the midder, and then also getting the Fiat engine for the micer. And so I think that just added a lot more, you know, immersion and realism to those cars having that. Yeah, and of course this track's well done. Link to it down in the video description. I don't know if I mentioned that yet. So we got 2 laps to go, 1.5 laps to go here, and we're following behind another Alexis here, so you can get a good look at kind of the detail. We worked really hard on the suspension here. You'll see. Oh, I don't want to hit him. Back on the circuit here. But we worked really hard to get some realistic suspension and the front end. And here, actually, I'm going to try to switch to this view here. This is the view I wanted. So you'll see we worked really hard to kind of match the detail and realistic, you know, high standard to match the other Formula Junior cars. And of course, we always want to deliver the highest quality cars and things we can. And so we're really happy with how the suspension works, both on the front and rear of this car. And I think overall, also the physics, you know, we didn't just make it visually look good. You know, the physics, the underlying code is, I think, very good as well, and a lot of fun. I'll try to talk about a little bit about kind of the handling characteristics now on this last lap. We come into brake here. So as you can see, or zoom out, kind of looks like a Indy Roadster in a way. And so in some ways this is more of a straight line rocket ship of the Formula Junior cars, excuse me, than perhaps some other cars in the pack. And so it adds some variety, some uniqueness. There's the double wishbone in the front, the McPherson strut suspension in the rear, and it's just all really a unique package that when you get it dialed up, you get on a long straightaway, you can kind of really stretch its legs, and also like it feels great on acceleration. That's its strength. Maybe not the best on the brakes. I think it's a little heavier if I remember right. I get my numbers mixed up, I got so many cars, but I believe it's a little bit heavier than some of the other Formula Junior cars, but it still has some power, like right here, especially that the Mitter does not have, for example. We're going to come across the line here in 10th, and that's kind of your preview here. I'll give you a look at the front here as it fades. And so, quick look behind the scenes at what I think is a really cool project collaboration between Story Sim Studios, you know, and having the opportunity for us to work with F3 Classic Tracks and Sergio Loro. It's just been a lot of fun, and we're really enjoying adding these awesome Formula Juniors, and we just hope to kind of do that collection of great Formula Junior mods justice. And so that's what we're hoping to do and deliver. Thanks for stopping by. I hope to catch you in the next video. But until then, I hope every single one of you has a fantastic rest of your week.